and we're getting into this one nice and quickly. It's Gambit taking on Team Spirit. And I'm so glad that we get to cover some CIS, man. These games are always a blast. Starting with a bit of Dust2. It's a bit of a classic map for the CIS region. This and Train are one that you'll see make frequent appearances. So any Dust Train fans are feeling pretty good right about now.
Gambit poke out mid. They're not going to hang around, though. Back up the cat where IDIS balance sits. This man can be a bit of a beast on a map like Dust2. His AWP is a force to be reckoned with. But obviously, not here just yet. We're waiting for that. Gambit going to try and move quickly up. Cat Inter's dropping into the spawn, and that's a util gone with the kit as well. They're going to overtake this A site. Bomb still on the catwalk. Nafany clearing things out, but he needs to watch his back as Magix fights from long. It's Spirit setting up for a retake, but they've still got to get that kit out of no man's land, and Gambit have two players here.
Oh, yeah, they're holding on to it. They don't want to give this kid over, and they also don't want to give up CT. Now, Nafany going to draw the attention in. But that's where Inters can do some of his best work here. Waiting in CT. Mir's got to try and clear him out, and he will. All right, Mir. Let's get the ball rolling. Magic's in with another. This long play does deal with Axile back inside of the site, and suddenly Shiro is lost down in mid, but they don't have the kit. Not having the kit might come back to hurt them. He's still sticking it. Shiro gonna have the jump shot. Come on. Oh, and again, and again, and again, but it doesn't work. And then the kill comes in as well. My goodness, man. Team Spirit, they get that pistol round locked on in.
It doesn't even seem realistic right there, what we just watched, but I suppose it is. You miss your jump shots, and then you get one tapped.
Yeah, you could see like the thought process to the dude in CT. He's like sitting there like, well, I've got the kit, so there's no way he's actually sticking it. Silence for like 3 more seconds. There's no way he's actually sticking it.
Sticking at it.
Oh, no, he's sticking it. Oh, dear.
Oh, man, he stuck it. Oh, now I'm dead. Oh.
What can you do? Big buy coming in for Spirit in the second round. The scout out as well. It's only Deeks for Gambit. They're going to wait for that early rifle round. Not wanting to overinvest. We know these pistol rounds can be very difficult to get much done. On an eco on T-side, Dust2. Deeks up Cat is a common solution to that problem, but netting more than a bomb plant in a round like this is honestly optimistic.
Yeah, I feel like Gambit were aware, or at least sort of anticipated that grenade, so they didn't really push into lower just then, so the nade kind of goes to waste. There's still 2 more on the side of Team Spirit. And for Gambit, well, getting anything going in any which direction is probably admirable at that point.
Filtering out long late, no flash, and so Magix is open season for him. He had a great start to this map, and it's probably going to get a little bit better as well. Scout tagging up Shiro. Inters does get out, but Magix won't let him go far. A nice shot onto the scout, but good luck getting much further. This long position is still contaminated with Spirit players. And Magix, another one, 3 bullets left. He runs out low, but the one tap off of the P250.
Again.
This guy's feeling good.
That's a little bit of the Magic special for him. Little bit of that kind of movement from Magix, right? That was a chef's kiss, by the way. Team Spirit onto 2. Yeah, that's what that was. I felt like I had to clarify.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, we were talking about the David Blaine in the CIS region here in Magix, so he has actually performed Magix thus far, which is impressive.
David Blaine is my favorite chef.
Yes, he's right up there with the magician, the great magician, Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Right there, all very known, very well known for their crafts.
Gambit with guns, though. Moment we've been waiting for, the AWP versus the scout. Shiro going to be favored in that sense. This guy definitely one of the hot prospects in the CIS region right now. And let's see if he can prove it. Cat setup doubled up for Spirit. They're going to nade lower and get some good damage off, but they're going to crunch onto these under players. Chopper does get tagged, but he sends it right back. And Hobbit losing his life first in the round. Scout going to miss the shot on long. That gives Gambit a bit more room to work, and the AWP's going to come and join them. Now knowing they're not up against an AWP is a good feeling for Gambit here. And so everyone except Nafany grouping up on the long position. Late rotate for Inters. Spirit a man up. Still going to feel fine to fight. Magic's carrying behind the box right now, though, not wanting to get picked by this AWP, waiting for them to get close.
But he's tempting fate. Shiro's got his eyes trained on the site itself. Magic's having quite the game here already, and we're only 2 rounds in. Everything comes to a standstill, a deadlock. Hobbit already out. Looking at the brunt of this hit from Gambit, showing up here in full force on long. Now Magix gets to shine one more time. How will he play this? That smoke's going to kind of isolate him, leaves him out, but he does drop the bomb.
Ooh.
That's a great start, and otherwise, he has fallen.
Yeah, Axel above the smoke on the box. Bomb was dropped, but he's picked it back up. Problem is this Gandalf player, I disbalance only the scout, but if it's an open plant, he can put it to rest. The mere wait for the flash. Good shot as I disbalance drops that bomb. The barrel does stick out, but Shiro, he's got 20 seconds to move, and with that shot not connecting, plus the dink, they are surrounding him, and Sundar Young is going to jump the corner. Spirit steal away a third round. Good patience, good communication, and waiting on that powerful position by Idis Balance before they make too much of a move. 3-0 for Spirit. And Gambit coming back in with pistols. Keep in mind, while this is Gambit's map pick in the series, it's not going to be one that Spirit stray away from. Almost every team in this region is going to be liking a little bit Dust2 here and there. The Eagles does start things off for Gambit, but it will quickly come to a close. That all picked up can be thrown to Shiro, but armorless. Gimme, 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 he's saying, but Axel taking the peek instead, swapping the Deeg out. Axel don't need your Deeg. You already found the opening kill. They're trying to shuffle it back, but yeah, Spirit, they now know they've lost the AWP again. They do the same thing as last. They tuck, they wait for the commitment. They know that Gambit don't have util to make this cross happen or even flash a peek in this position. So Gambit hold, but nothing getting given to them. And Spirit, great patience in this CT side round. Just going to wait for the kills to come to them.
Magix is off to an incredible start as well. He's 8-1, 164 ADR. And I do love the idea of like Magix joining this team as like a young prospect who looked very, very impressive, but like, you know, wasn't out here dropping like 30 kills a map or anything, just looked like he was holding his own versus top teams. And for someone so young, that's always like a very good sign, right? I love this idea that as we watch this team more and more, and that's one of the coolest things about Team Spirit being at big events and looking to do so well there, is you know, we get to watch a player transform. We get to watch Magix go from being this young guy with lots of potential to someone actually realizing that potential, which is a sick feeling, and you always love to see it. So let's see what he can do here. I've been bigging him up, and he does open up with that one kill. Now gets made aware of the cat player in Inters. Now there's no time. The bomb's dropped at the cross, and so they're just saving the AWP. And Magix, he's fast as hell, man. You ain't dropping on Magix. What do you think he is? Magisk? You ain't getting away with that. It's 4 on the board for Team Spirit.
Yes, it certainly is. We're going to take a look at a skybox here just real quick because I want to kind of clarify as to where that smoke came from that Magix was playing in. And actually, as you can tell, they were getting ready to cross long. The nades start coming out, but this is the Molotov that Magix, well, tries to save himself from. Actually, it gives Axel a way into the round, which is, you know, smart on Axel, albeit in vain. So 4-0 here for Team Spirit. And then you continue to chug along.
Oh, gonna smoke the molly. Gambit going right through it. The flashes follow, and they're actually pretty good. The trades still favoring Gambit here, as Idis Balance does grab one with the AWP and fall back. Shiro still has that saved AWP, and so he moves up catwalk, knowing this A site has sustained heavy losses. Mir getting spammed through the door. They might even crunch mid. There's a nade that does a lot of damage. Mir is looking for a fight, but he's so low, and there's 2 players on the other side. Idis Balance walks into that catwalk AWP, and now Mir, maybe it is his time to move. Stopping the bomb, it falls back into his feet, but he's not ready for a lower player in the form of Inters, who can just drop B if he wants. They don't know Sundar Young's here yet to be spotted with the smoke down. He dodges the flash, and the bomb gets thrown upwards. Oh no, it falls off. Luckily, the kill comes through anyway, but that could have been a calamity for Gambit. The kills will treat them well to a round, though. And with, you know, damage done in some of these ecos and some rounds already coming close, Spirit haven't really established a huge economy. So while we have an AWP and guns, we're also going to have an SMG in play as well, and a bit of a lack of util and kits.
11 kills on Magix and 11 kills on the rest of his team combined. Ooh. So he's off to a good start, but we do need to see those like normal performances from guys like Idis Balance, especially I think with the AWP. You're going to be under pressure when you're up against a guy like Shiro on the other side. And normally Idis Balance is someone that we can rely on. Yeah. Very like flashy AWPer as well. Definitely a fun one to watch. And so let's see what he can bring to the table here in round 6, because this AWP going to be his last one for a little while if this round isn't picked up for Team Spirit. So the pressure's on, because this could be Gambit's way to get back into this game.
That a can, too deep on long. And that catwalk, a little bit vulnerable right now. That's a nice Molotov. It's going to land right at the feet of IDisbalance, not on his feet, and that's a big problem. So he gets to hold the angle, takes the shot, falls off, misses the shot. Now he backs way to long. Chopper has assumed the position. And Gambit really just knocking that Opera off a catwalk. That's really all they've accomplished thus far on Cat.
Yeah, you'll notice Spirit is still playing too long in the late round, which is just showing the fact that Gambit have been going for these late long takes, not necessarily playing spawn, but popping out late. And that's going to set Spirit up for a retake round here. They can't stop the cat play. IDisbalance has been flashed off. He needs to pick a spot because he's stuck in between two. Long, luckily, not a worry right now, and Spirit are going to give it up as they play for retake on this A site. Kit on Young coming in through the middle. And that's where Axar waits for these rotates. 20 seconds as the plant comes in, and a 5-on-5 post plant now. Spirit have to get back in.
And your eyes don't deceive you. This isn't a retake server that we've accidentally tuned into. No, this is Team Spirit having a retake and a 5-on-5. Things get a bit weird when it gets like this, especially for guys like Mir, who are like trapped in mid, and they're even hunting him down on one. Hobbit holding the cross, is able to make quick work of the first man in. Mir has won his fight onto Exile, and now Chopper up through ramp does have some support from IDisbalance. The missed shot from Shiro gives them a timing, but they need to get on this bomb, and they need to get on it now. And with the cover not there, it's the cleanup for Nafany. Gambit take that second. It's 4 in the round for the man in question. Nafany stepping up when it matters most. And that's a bit of a shame, man. IDisbalance, kind of a pretty cold start to this series, right? That round there, Chopper gets into the site. He's making it work. He's making it look doable. And then the AWP's just too far away to help out, and he realizes he was running to save. He wasn't even attempting that retake when they get into the site. The bomb's planted for Cat. You need someone there to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, the kit was actually dropped in CT. It's like the pistol all over again. It was at the long cross right below Chopper, and when he's taking those fights, you can see he's like, half his brain is telling him, take the fight, kill the players on the site, and the other half's going, I need that kit if I want to win the round. Which do I do? So he gets the kill, he goes back for the kit, or to save. At that point, the time is so low anyway. IDisbalance needed the immediate kill, and Nafany doesn't give it away.
Well, look at all this information the Team Spirit have gotten just by pushing in the lower. 3 deep, no one's home, they're gonna back away. Young was even perched up over the top of the B tunnels with a Zeus, and Hobbit is gonna be spraying, peppering down with the Galil towards middle.
Yeah, he just spotted loads of players, so Gambit do commit to this A attack. That's a nice dink for Chopper, but nothing more off of the USPs, and they're just going to go in through the smoke. It's all they can do. Young has the jump Zeus.
Oh, boy.
Not the most go-to strategy, but let's see if it can drop the bomb here and make things interesting. It's a deep plant. There's no way he's getting away unless he gets boosted. Could be an opportunity. It goes up and over, and now they're going to try and chase down Young, but this is a trap laid, and unfortunately not a trap that will be paid off. It's Gambit finding a third, as they should, versus full USPs.
Cool idea. It's probably an easier way to stop the planner if the planner's on your side, of course, but when he's not, that's not really ideal. It's not optimal.
Yeah, it was a desperate attempt, right? He took the Zeus towards B early, playing close, so, you know, hoping for the best, but
in the end, he gets pincered by 3. Speaking of 3, that's what Gambit sit on. Team Spirit on 4. They're going to keep pressing long here, it seems, too.
Yeah, mollied off. Do they smoke it and go again? Shiro's posted B, and yes, they do. Magic's caught in a jump, but the grenade will find 2. Chopper helps out as well. That's a perfect dunk combo for Spirit, and now the AWP needs to do something. Everything, maybe. Shiro's so close to the second kill, but Mir holds that B bomb site with his life. 2 up for Gambit, getting through middle, trying to split this B site soon, but Inters is a long way away. Hobbit calling for help. Chopper, no flash to go through the smoke for him. Magis is too far away with the only utility in this round, so Chopper still playing on the edge. Hobbit probably looking at the window and doors, not considering the smoke, so he gets out towards the tunnel. Still Mir here on his own. If they can battle their way through with this kill, maybe they can get a plant.
Yeah, but the luck just doesn't seem that good. Again, that AWP just trying to pry into the B site. That could have changed everything right there in its tracks. Mir set up on top of the box. He's good for not either of them, actually. It's Chopper. Takes down Inters even. think in-tier
Might
sounds
be
cooler.
in tears, man, after that one. He's removed, and it's all on to Hobbit. He's going to have to go on quite the unexpected journey here if he wants to win this 1v3.
Had to come through eventually.
Yeah, it often does, man. I'm always making Hobbit jokes when we have this guy in the server.
TikTok.
Yeah, only got 20 seconds, so unless his plan is to sneak a bomb plant in the lower tunnels and hope that it just spills over into the B site, probably not going to be happening for him, is it? Yeah, he even went towards the tunnel, like looking like he was going to run in, but it was just to grab the AWP and get out of there. So Team Spirit nicked that round. They put 5 on the board, and Hobbit gets away with the AWP at least, does have armor as well, so he can drop a gun over if needed, but it won't be needed because you've got plenty of money if you Gambit.
It's worth noting in the 5 best-of-3 series that these two teams have taken each other on in 2020, they have all come up in favor of Spirit, right? Gambit have been able to take maps, they've been able to take Overpass, Mirage, Dust on occasion, but it's always come up in the favor of Spirit, either in 2 or 3 maps. So Gambit looking for revenge today, Gambit out for blood, but will it be that easy? This is also the first matchup between these two as Gambit removing the youngsters from their name. So maybe just that alone will be a bit more motivation to perform inside of this group. The opening game for both these teams in Group B. Minus balance on the AWP, back to long. They got to watch this Molotov because every time they've thrown it in, Gambit have smoked and pushed hard, but Spirit clear it out of the blue bins. And they hear the spam from Axel. They know that nothing is going on. Takes the reload, almost catches Magix on the cross, but he gets into a nice position here at the long doors. And because of that position, Idis Balance can back up. That was a problem earlier. He was deep on long when they went for the cat play, but this time he's in a spot to stop it, and Chopper's coming in from lower as well. Team Spirit doubling up on B, saying if you want the mid to B, you can take it. But that's not what Gambit are looking at right now. 4 on the catwalk, setting up smokes towards this A site.
Yeah, this all
come out again.
Oh, hang on a minute. Look, it's a little fake, right? They throw all this utility in, but now the bulk of this push is centered over towards B with Nafany selling the fake into this A site. That's a good bit of damage done. And Chopper, from CT no less, has just wiped out the mid play. There is still Axile left who will deal with Chopper. Suddenly, the B plays actually worked wonders. In a matter of moments, it went from a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-2. And in the retake, I disbalance and Magix. I don't know, man. I do believe in their ability to overcome some pretty overwhelming odds, but having the AWP in the retake and only 1 flash to force engagements out of Gambit, that's a save every day of the week. It's not a call you love, especially not when it was looking so good. Like, that's one of those rounds where you're kind of like, you know, you're like preemptively celebrating the victory. You're 5-on-3. It looks like you've just completely wrecked them, really.
But, you know, not.
Yeah, and then all it takes, right? I think the real defining moment there is that the Tunnels players find all this success while Axile is still keeping their attention a little bit divided, thanks to his kill on Chopper and CT, right? He gets that trade, sure, it's a 2-for-1. That's not ideal, it's really not. But him getting that kill suddenly makes the B-site players go, ah, crap, they can come from mid. And so someone's got to have their attention there, and that makes the Tunnels push that much more effective as a result.
Yeah, Mir also dinks Inters on that tunnel exit, the first player out, the entry into B, and he gets 90 damage off and then dies immediately, right? If that's a kill, it's a very different round. So, yeah, if you're Spirit, you just try and forget about it. You say, look, we're just 1 kill away from that round probably being ours, and so don't sweat it. Ooh, no, not today. The AWP tags Idis Balance, and he's one of the 2 guns in this round, so that's not the way they wanted to start. Double upper push, Inter's holding from a nice off angle. Magic going first, and he's going to get the kill. That's a free AK gifted over, but they haven't got the control, and he gets blocked by his teammate, Sumdai Young, standing in the way, flashed out as well. Luckily, Hobbit was blinded by his own utility, or that could have been a follow-up kill, and it still might be. Sumdai Young needs to give it up, get back to the safety of that B bomb side, but both the guns tagged in this round.
Well, Gambit have it working out for him that the bomb was left in spawn, so Shiro's just having to hang out with it, and mind you, he has an AWP, just aim down middle. He finds Idis Balance. Now we start to see the gears turning for Gambit. Bomb's looking like it's going towards long. Chopper putting up one hell of a fight at the car, though. Ow! Shoulders to the sentry.
Yeah, nice ding. These USPs have been a little bit dangerous from time to time, but 2 in upper halls, and the Hobbit is here again to deal with it. Nice shot. AWP is still in the corner. Mir's trying to save it at this point. Oh, missed shot. Not an AWPer, but he's got the kill anyway. Luckily, that's called the alarm bells. Gambit are chasing him down, and they won't let him survive as well. It's not about saving it. It's just about getting rid of it, making Shiro's job that little bit easier. But he not only tags IDisbalance, but even finishes him later in the round through the doors. 5-5, great recovery from Gambit, considering this was Spirit running the show at one point.
Yeah, and we hear from Magix before the game. Now we see him popping off in the game. Albeit a tie game now. He's 14-5.
It really, really sucks that he gets blocked and dies in that round there, right? Like, as you can see on the scoreboard, like, if you're capable of reading, you'll note that Magix, man, wow, this guy's pretty good. And yeah, he is. And funnily enough, when he's not getting blocked and dying, he can do a lot of damage. That's just one of those horribly unfortunate rounds. Ooh. He also had the hero rifle there that was saved forward alongside the AWP.
Oh, that's massive. If they push up, they're going to think this corner is clear. No. Inters is waiting in the one position that wasn't burnt out. How does he want to choose to play this? Does he want to give it away? Young's waiting with a smoke, but you can see he's wide on the angle. So if Inters peeks it well, he might be able to get away with a kill. Young is, considering clearing this out in his mind and discounting it.
Well, I didn't know the telekinesis now would play a factor into the round. It seems as though it still might not. He backs away, concedes that position.
That smoke as well also gives up the fact that Inters was there, right? They see it bounce off the right hand of the wall, and so unless they've got some sick lineup to do that for no reason, it just doesn't matter. Chopper having to hold down the A site, and now all alone after losing IDisbalance. He does not stand much of a chance either. This A site belongs to Gambit. And
they're so slick with their shots, it's crazy.
Yeah, you love that big smoke that comes down on the boxes towards the cap boost, right? Lets you have that one way, and both the entry kills come through it onto A against the AWP from Hobbit, and then Axel getting rid of Chopper. Like, great kills, but Spirit can't even see their opponents as they die. Trapped in the pit is Magix. This is a done round. It's all about getting the kills and denying X's. Hobbit is looking to do that once again. He's been pretty good on these lurks coming in from B. This time it's long. He hears the footsteps and he gets rid of Magix. Young pushing up a bit. Inters moves before he shoots and whiffs the spray. That's an AK given over to an SMG player, but not the end of the world here for Gambit, who do again build into this game. 6 rounds on their T side. And not much of a save for Spirit. They can't really buy around this. I mean, they could, but they would be left with so little util without the AWP. At this point, when you've got the loss bonus, you may as well play pistols and wait for that to accumulate. They want to talk it through first.
Reasonable.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Team Spirit outside of Magix and Chopper just need to like warm up into this game. Is what it feels like. It's been pretty quiet. Now, they do put all their money into this round. They put everything on the line. They are going to be lacking that AWP.
IDisbalance has been shut out, right? Like, obviously he's had to scout a few rounds, but he has just been domed or counter-AWPed by the T-side player of Shiro in many of these rounds. So, yeah, let's see what he can do. We know his scout is famed at best, but Shiro holding the cross, timing shot, not connecting. 2 towards B. No one takes long this round. Spirit are going to triple flash it to take it right back. Luckily, it's free real estate. Grouping for a B hit are Gambit. They've been tricky in some of these rounds. Will it just be a flat execute? If it is, Hobbit's got to wait out that Xbox smoke. He's going to climb up into it. Mir is not considering this possibility, and Hobbit getting away with a kill despite the dink. Aggro on Cat is Chopper. The nade could finish the job. He's going to try and flash up and play aggro. Does get one, but was that really worth it now as he's traded back into a 4-on-3?
Yeah, you tell Magix. Wow, Magix. Yeah. Gets you every time, doesn't it?
Oh,
you can tell he's just trying to figure out, hey, where should I watch? Do you have catwalk? Should I, kind of peer into CT? We see that mid to B smoke come out, and honestly, I'm just surprised no one's talking about Mythic in this game.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about there, and it's definitely something we can revisit in a moment. But let's give this B play the respect that it deserves right here. As it's looking to come through, it does feel like Team Spirit are kind of acknowledging that like Magix and Chopper are the 2 fighting forces right now. It feels like so much of what they're calling is centered around these 2 individuals. Magix needs this trade. Oh, and he gets the dink, but not able to trade that out. And so immediately the save call just comes in. You're like, well, we don't want to have to do it, but we got to do it. And Young
Are you going to go?
A bit of an awkward one there. I knew that Nafany was around top mid, but he just takes his eyes off of it, anticipating that maybe he's moved out of position.
So many dinks today, man. These A1Ss are letting Spirit down, right? Mir does it in that round. He did it on a B hold. Yeah, it's just getting really unfortunate. And Gambit are getting, you know, a lot off of these solo players, a lot off of these lurkers, right? Hobbit often in B halls. That's a slick room, by the way. I like it.
Nice.
What is that?
Wow, dude. Where's he staying? Give me the address.
Is this like, I don't, because that's the thing, I don't know about Gambit's situation.
That's the Shire, guys, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the Shire, right.
But, man, he must have high ping
The
from New
Shire's
Zealand.
really moved into the 21st century.
It has.
Like, full steam ahead, hasn't
like,
it? Went from like little wooden huts built in hills to like these just huge.
Yeah. And that's all off the back of a major movie, you know, trilogy or whatever.
Oh, right. It funneled a lot of money into like the systems.
You know, it really has advanced from that mid-century modern sort of style that we saw within the Shire itself into, you know, now century modern.
Yeah, Gandalf's like rocking up on like a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
He's not flying around on a broom anymore.
Times they
Right?
change
Yeah,
it.
flying around on a broom. Yeah, dude, like catching like snitches and stuff like that, like beating the crap out of them. I don't know.
Snitches and rats. That's what you got to watch out for. 7-5, Gambit. Well, they're going to have long control again, but they're not going to be alone this time. Some pistols for the side of Team Spirit. They tried to get something going there, but elect to back away. And wisely.
Yeah, man. Chopper and Magic's feeling like what Davey and Katie feel like in Team Mythic, right? Like the two carries and no one else really showing up just yet.
You said Davey, right?
Yeah, I think we should
Davey.
tie everything back.
And
into
Katie.
Mythic.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Late Xbox smoke down. Ooh, bang, bang, bang.
So satisfying when it lands, too. It's like, oh, look what I can do.
128 tick servers. That's the good stuff right there. I don't know any lineups on 64.
And they're
Why
not
would you even
just,
bother learning it?
they're not just 128 tick servers, guys. They're ESEA servers at that.
Yes, of course. Played on ESEA.net. Play with the pros.
Chopper, come on, man. Oh, no, the flash, the timing on that. As he's lining it up, he's like, oh, these guys don't even know. As he's looking at them from the tunnels, but the flash blinds him. He panic fires that shot.
Ooh.
Now this A-site play is looking to come through. Now the remaining three are all here for Team Spirit. If Gambit even starts to realize this, they could even just rotate B. But why rotate B when you can just bomb rush the site and find success? It's 8 on the board for Gambit. This game's suddenly like really, really turning in their favor, man. Like this was a good start for Spirit. It looked really, really good for them out of the gate. They go up, what, 4-1 or 4-0 to begin this, rather. Then 5-3. Since then, everything has come up in favor of Gambit, and it does look like they're all playing together.
Yeah.
That or they've just got identical houses. I mean, that would be even more creepy.
Yeah, that would be cool, right?
Identical sort of, you know, views on housing. And
They all went to just the same architect to design the house, and he was like, yeah, no, I've got this cracking
5 of
idea.
these.
Yeah.
We need the same interior designer. We need the same architect. Same floor plan, even though he's only got to draw it one time.
Yeah. I mean, that brings a lot of value, right? We know Spirit, as far as I'm concerned, are not together at the time being, and so that's going to benefit Gambit having that like LAN-esque setup. B-Crunch here, 2 players unable to hold in the past and flashed out in the present. Mir needs something, but the car, it soaks the bullets up. Mir gets 1, but it's already done. It's already the round lost. Hobbit finds the last, and Gambit just storm their way through the B smoke, not respecting that utility of Spirit. And it works wonders. 9 in an instant. That was a full gun round. That's what Spirit have been saving for. And they barely get a say in the matter. I love the pace change for Gambit. They've been running a lot of slow rounds, a lot of fakes, some late long takes. But no, not this one. They just crunch B in an instant. And now it's a desperation buy for Spirit for round number 15, trying to patch the wound that is this CT side.
Yeah, and I hear that's Post Malone's new album. Long retakes and fakes. But in this album, we're looking at SMGs over here for Team Spirit. This is it. Last purchase.
Yeah, 1 org. And that's the best that they've got. All that they've mustered. At its balance 2-11, unusually quiet.
Well, they found you, Nafany.
Oh, Hobbit on the Krieg. Didn't know this was allowed.
Oh, and Shiro as well, looking down through middle. With that AWP, Shiro don't even leave T-Spawn, man. You sign him to your team and you just sign a sentry turret that just waits in Dust2 mid for players to come into his crosshair. And I tell you what, like, it's kind of working. It's you know, it's not something you see every day. Eventually, surely, they're going to stop giving him it. And Some Die Young, well, he does give him something, doesn't he? It's all left onto Inters in the 1v2. Does have the bomb at least, and it looks like he might go for the long wrap in through T-Spawn all the way back to B. But Some Die Young is down in these lower tunnels. And even where Magix is playing is a pretty good read on the overall situation, right? He's down in CT. That's going to allow for a very fast rotate into this B site. And that's if Some Die Young doesn't just lock the round in here, because he's going to hear the pitter-patter of footsteps. And yeah, it does miss the timing. So that's a bomb plant given over. Magix is already called in and on his way. And for Inters, this is looking pretty grim. There's the Krieg from the tunnels to put 6 on the board for Team Spirit. Gambit, though, they lead the way by 3 rounds. Can they keep this up? Dust2, their map pick, drawing to a conclusion in just a moment.
We're living for the moment now, we're one with the world. I can't lose this feeling I get. My heart's in the right place, and so is my soul, yeah. I won't take no excuses for it. I want it, love it, need it, live it. I feel like something's missing when I do not have it. I feel it in my bones, gotta find my space. These emotions on my face, taking a toll, I gotta pay it forward. I'll give it all that I can. No matter what, I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my blood, and I won't take no for an answer. If it don't hurt me, it makes me stronger. No matter what, I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my blood, and I won't take it no more. I won't be there. Just leave it to me. I know what I need. You'll find if you see. And if you believe, you live and you breathe, you'll find the key. Lifting me, lifting you. Can't go alone, let's do by two. Doing this together, it's me by you. All through the night, all through the night. This is me, this is you. When we get together, we can all pull through. I don't ever wanna stop this groove. Let's get it right. Take it to the Lord, then take it to the grave. Listen to the wise man, tell me what to say. Listen to your heartbeat like it still bleed. A little bit of hope, yes, what we still need. Say a little prayer for the moment. Give what you got, just go in. Can't hold you back if you own it. Live your life like you're chosen. No matter what, I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my...
It's a 9-6 first half, boys and girls, and we're back with some more action here with Spirit taking on Gambit in the Intel Extreme Masters New York 2020 online. We're in the CIS region, and it's all starting here. After this, we're going to be taking a look at a little bit of Navi and K23, but we've got to get through this best of 3 first. And for Spirit, they started off strong, but it smells like Gambit. Looks like it, too.
Yeah, man, sadly, doesn't smell like Team Spirit.
No, it doesn't.
You know, we all love this song, but do we love the team? Because in this first half, it was A good start that quickly ran dry. However, now moving into the T side, right? One benefit here is this is where you can position your players that are showing up, like Magix and Chopper, in these like key pivotal swing engagements that can decide the outcome of rounds. And you can just have them play off the back of, you know, maybe you send someone in first and then they're there to get the trades. And that's exactly what they're looking to do here. They send IDisbalance down through the cap. Magix follows in behind and then takes that peek onto Shiro. And with it, the bomb plant now found for Team Spirit. They're sat in a 5-on-4. Things are looking good for them here. What could possibly go wrong, I hear you ask? Well, things often do. So let's wait and see. Axile flashed out and Magix in with another. IDisbalance, he gets impatient.
Okay.
And so he just churns them up with the Glock. Hobbit, he's like, nah, I've seen this one before. I'm out. He's leaving, he's getting away, and he will hold on to the armor, maybe, if Team Spirit let him.
Yeah, I like that aggro flash for Spirit, right? They don't let Gambit group up and play together for the retake. They just re-peek on long.
Oh my goodness.
Faces to look at the chase. They really don't want this armor to be saved. Oh boy, you know, could hide.
They say millions of gamers rage quit every day, and for that, Mir's probably one of them.
Any second now, we'll get that technical timeout.
Mir is gone.
Oh, yeah, I just lagged out.
Yeah, do you remember? I remember last season, I think it was RTR or EPL. Mir was in a 1-on-2. I don't know who they were playing. Maybe it was Na'Vi. A 1-on-2 in a very winnable clutch, and he crashes at 14-14.
And then misses the
a Mirage
follow-up map.
No, it was Dust CT Spawn.
Yeah.
He misses the follow-up map of play.
Of course, and they poured in a stand-in.
Team Spirit, they were looking really good. That was
1-0 up.
DreamHack Masters, I'm pretty sure.
Was it? Oh my, that was terrifying. That's such a sad story for Spirit, but this one could get better. With a pistol win and a force for Gambit, they're about to crunch into the B-bomb site. There's so many CTs here. On the boost, Hobbit doubling down with the deep body shots. He spams them out. Flash to try and fight again, but he's been cornered. Hobbit in the back, doing the damage. Shiro comes to help out, and even though Hobbit's traded, there's so many more Gambit players that can swoop in to save the day. 4 on the B-bomb site, and a 5th comes in tow. It's 10 rounds to Gambit. What a way to steal the show.
And Hobbit's just so damn smart. He drops that flash over there towards the platform. And on the back of that, he's able to stay alive just long enough to pull off another kill. Whether he needed to or not, that's really up for debate, and it doesn't quite matter, I suppose.
Those Deegs up close, man. We see like players like Rops use it close towards inner on B, Train, you know, sitting on the ramp and just spamming body shots as good as it is with the 1 Deeg. 2 shots to the chest at close range, and that's a kill. So such a valuable, viable weapon in almost any situation. And Spirit have got a few of them themselves. No smoke down in the mid to B. So they're just going to run it dry. Nice dink. How does Chopper hit that with a tech? Hobbit trying to get out of there alive. Does have the scout cover. Sunday Young going up the cat. Molly, he's got to pick a side. This time being blocked by Magix. Oh, how the tables are turned. But they will both get out of there alive as well.
Now the tables have returned.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Thought we were on the one there.
Oh, look at this, right? So, hello. We got like...
Reverse, yeah, they swapped and they swapped back.
Okay, right. I was going to say.
Yeah, why are you giving the low player the MP9? Well, Shiro, he wants a scout, and he wants it now.
Like to the comments like that, I don't know what to do with this. He's like, what is this crap?
Honestly, if Hobbit just waits, if he uses his util now, he just waits on the ramp. They don't have a util to stop him. He can wait for the plant. He can wait till they're close after this cat play. It's very common to send Deegs up cat in a round like this, look for a plant, but it's often the retakes that will remove the tease from the round. Run boost. Woo!
Big boom.
Oh, that's a brutal nade.
Hobbit peaks early.
Oh, and now Shiro. This is why they gave him the scout, or rather, I guess he gave himself the scout. Axile nades out Mir as well. That was the bomb plant denied. They actually all started running cat to try and play post plant, thinking that that bomb was going down. Ooh,
okay.
Disbalance.
Ah!
Oh, Axile needs the kills. Disbalance. Well, peak wide, and admittedly, 1v3 with them all in the site, and he's 10 health to Gandalf. Not really a winnable round, and so it's not, but it is a bomb plant for Team Spirit. And that's pretty good. You know, it's going to give them that much more to play with, and it's also going to allow IDisbalance to bring the AWP out. Not this round, but next round, as that's when everyone's going to have the cash to invest.
Indeed. Now, how creative will you get with your pistols for Spirit? What are you going to do here? You've got a smoke, 4 flashes, and a grenade. Two P250s and a Deagle. Yeah, I suppose they are poising towards B.
It's not a B spawn at all, right? Like, you had so many towards long. That's probably one of the worst B rush spawns you can get.
Probably just going to respect the Molotov and then throw in their util late. Could even mid to B, but yeah, like, good luck getting much out of this round. There's only one player on this site. Inters has an AK, though. He's in an anti-flash position, joined by Nafany from mid. And so Gambit, double B, dealing with the rush. And at this point, no one's called anything. Gambit are like, guys, it's clear. So watch your B site, watch that smoke. Inters dodges the flash, and they go right by him. 3 kills for Inters, but he only gets 1. Nafany sprays for the double, and good trades from IDisbalance. He's been quiet, but he comes up alive in an eco. He can't find the gun. Where's it gone? Towards the door. I don't know, but he's grabbed it nonetheless. 10 bullets, no time for the reload. They could push off the back of it. Bomb plant going to be attempted by Spirit, but Gambit coming in with a retake.
They're going to drop a molly towards the back of the site. There goes a flash by Shiro, and that should give Axel the time to peek. Now, did he see some die young? Yes, he did. And that leaves IDisbalance in the site with that netted M4, and that's not going to be enough. So they will get the defuse on Gambit. They're going to go up to 12, but for Spirit, pretty good round to get the bomb down, but these rounds are starting to slip away. We're just 4 away from concluding the first map on Dust2.
Yeah, this looks so good for the Spirit side at the start with a 4-0 lead. Keep in mind on that first half, but 6 in the half, 2 separated rounds. And Gambit even winning the force buy with Deegs on B to stop Spirit from, you know, building off the back of their pistol. And so it's gone from bad to worse. And yeah, now 4 away from a win for Gambit. Spirit buying up. This is their best buy yet. What can they do with it?
Well, their time to turn this around is now.
Oh.
And that's not the start they were hoping for. Chopper's going to retrieve the orb. Juggle that away. None of you Gambit guys are getting your hands on this. That's such a shame for IDisbalance, right? The leg, I think it was actually through the wall onto Shiro. And now they are a man down for it. They look over here towards the catwalk for any kind of glimmer of hope they can find, and they set up towards the A site. Now, Shiro, low HP from the tag, is going to be over here at the crossroads holding.
Oh,
Axile's pushed long as well. This is a lot of information to have. We might even see on the back of these smokes now, Axile piecing this together. So Hobbit rotates through CT to help his teammate out over in the site. Not really going to be able to offer much assistance is Hobbit, and spotted through the one-way. Mir peeking through. Now Axile with this flank kind of misses his chance, kind of misses the timing. They should be considering this, but apparently no one is. Some die young. Oh, the flash from Nafany leaves Mir blind, and Axile mops them up on the wrap round. Chopper now alone. There's the first, but that is it. Inters immediately trading that back in favor of Gambit, and that retake is very, very clean.
And it's Axel right there. That's your pivot player. That's the one you look at in that round. You say, you know what? He was the difference maker.
Yeah, not just the kills, 3 of them from Cat side, but also the info, right? Gambit have been very good at getting this information and having the stacks in pretty early. Look at that second round, the eco stack on B with pistols, and they mow him down with the Deegs. And yeah, smiles all round. Things are feeling good right now for the Gambit side. Even though Mir turned around to watch it, it was just so quick for Axel. He triples up, finding 13. There is a rebuy for Spirit, not relying on the orb this time. They can't afford it. Not that it's had too much effect in this game for them. Fast out long. Hobbit here on the cross. He's so blind, but he makes it down to the pit, looking at the ground, doing everything he can to avoid losing his life. But the nade is perfect. Double kill from it. Oh dear, Spirit had one of them in their, for their own in the first half, and so Hobbit returns the favor. More util for Gambit. It's the long stack. 3 here nets them 3 kills. And Spirit doubling back to B. Desperate times call for desperate measures, but there's already 2 in the site. Shiro with the AWP as well.
(13-7), 14 pending. Shiro posted up with the AWP in the back of the site. He might get a double right here. Instead, 1 presents themselves. That's some die young. And he's gonna get the second one too in IDisbalance. So 14 does get found by Gambit. They don't lose barely any health points at all.
It's a very confident showing from Gambit. Keep in mind, I said earlier, like 5 BO3s in a row for Spirit against these guys, and they've often been really close games, almost every one of them going 16-13, 16-14, even OTs in there as well. So this is against the grain.
I think as well, right, when you look at it and like you see 14-7 and you think like, yeah, that's pretty dominant, but you know, it's still okay from Team Spirit. Well, then you look at it through the lens that it was a 4-0 start on the back of winning the pistol and then going on to find success there. And suddenly, right, you realize that 3 rounds have come in since then. That's really, really flat for Team Spirit. Gambit looking good here on Dust2.
This didn't work out too well last time, did it?
Yeah, and Inter is playing a similar little goblin angle, but this time it's... and it doesn't end well for him. Magix runs him down with the Tech 9. Nafany not able to hold on. Magix has had enough. He's like, guys, why aren't we just clicking on them? Look how well it works when you just click on them.
Just have a Tech 9 ready to go. That's all you need. They got 3 already.
That's a save. They don't even attempt this one.
And they have the money. Gambit definitely could have justified like going for this. Obviously, they don't want to give away more guns than they have to. A free AWP, and again, like that's such a hard round to retake when your B players don't get a single kill between them. Inter just gets bopped on the corner. And then the rest of Spirit are stuck behind the late Molotov thrown by Nafany at the back of the site. But even though they smoke it, they come in late. It doesn't matter. Magix has 2 kills in B before that molly even gets smoked. And so, yeah, great round from Magix. And he's been showing us that all game long. Hobbit trying to get exits, but more importantly, trying to stay alive. And that's easier said than done. They're going to try and peek him in spawn. But honestly, for Spirit, take what you can in that round, get the eco, and get all the money off the back of it. They're going to be rich now. And maybe IDisbalance can bring in that AWP and show us what we wanted to see here. Shiro has certainly showed up on the other side.
And whoever said the Tech 9 wasn't agile, what were they thinking, Harry?
I don't know, man. Magix makes me believe things, so maybe he's converted me to the way of the Tech 9. It's going to take more than that, but that was still good from
That's a good start.
That was a really good usage of where the Tech 9 is good. He just runs up close. IDisbalance. Not going to spot anyone on the mid-cross. He's waiting. He's pulling a Shiro in this round, but no one pulls a Shiro better than Shiro does Shiro, and he's holding on to mid from the CT side.
Ooh. He's going to molly mid. He doesn't want to give it away. Axel spots Magix at long. Oh, he's lining up the pre-fire. Doesn't want to get shot by the spam. There's a smoke down. Magix falls off, and Axel takes the long position instead. And Spirit... I don't know if they even know about the fact that he flanked the other round, right? As far as they're aware, he could have come from mid or lower, so there's not definite info there. He waits in the smoke, and it fades to his favor, as it often does, as it always does. And Axel with the opening kill, beautiful stuff. Now Spirit needs to be aware of their backline as well. Even if they take Catwalk, at any point he can flank. Now, there's no need. He can just group up with the advantage and try and help Hobbit put a stop to this A play. Limited util for Gambit to fight back. And so Spirit, they might even drop into CT here and try and take a mid to B, but lining up with 4 on the catwalk, Hobbit backing up, flashes to follow, and here comes Spirit.
Yeah, Hobbit's seen this before. He knows. He's used these smokes several times. He just has the unfortunate peek. Chopper finds him with an AK. And he lets it spray. IDisbalance is going to have 1-2, make it double. Goes for a third, and that is a sweet shot landed on the Shiro.
And these are the kind of sequences that IDisbalance so often gives us, right? This is why it felt like it was a bit of a slow start for Team Spirit. But I tell you what, right, with a few players already looking good, like bringing Mir into the mix as well as someone who's slowly but surely finding his footing. If we can then have someone like IDisbalance start to show up with this AWP, I don't know, man, maybe there is still a hope for Team Spirit to turn this around. Axel, they know where he is, they're hunting him down, and they don't let him save. They find that, they put 9 on the board, and now just 6 between... Wait, that's not maths. 5 between them and Gambit.
Nice.
It's this last shot right here. Boom.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
It's the shots you're not supposed to hit.
Yeah, and those are the ones that IDisbalance is always so good at finding. Like, I remember, dude, first time I was seeing this guy play, I was like, I don't even know if he's legit, some of the stuff that he's pulling off, man, but... Yeah, that's why it was a bit of a shame to see him struggling so much early on, especially with Shiro looking good on the other side, right? Like, not crazy numbers, but winning all the fights that he has to, and you can kind of tell that by the fact that he's got the lowest deaths in the server by quite some ways, you know? He's not like a liability, he's winning the fights he had to win, and the same couldn't be said for IDisbalance.
Yeah, you don't die a lot when you sit in T-Spawn most of the round, I'll tell you that much. But it works, doesn't it? Gambit are here, 14-9. Okay, yeah, a couple of balls dropped here, and Spirit do find 2 T-side rounds off the back of that eco win on B, but Do Gambit want to let that get out of control? This is where the money starts to come into play, and that's where things change. IDIS Balance finally winning that long pick. Hobbit's had enough. He's pushed lower, taking down mid, but he won't hang around for long. Spirit going to drop the bomb back in spawn as they're scared of this dark push.
Yeah, and that's a veteran play right there from Hobbit. Go for a re-aggression. What just happened? Did Axel just get legged through the car? I think they're going to hawk him down. It's going to be Magix that actually removes him, but unfortunate turn of events. Hobbit with a wide swing after finding a kill in lower, found himself at long, and now he finds himself waiting out the rest of the round on the side. Nafany and Inters.
He tried to get back in car because they'd already cleared it. They'd already taken down Axel, and Hobbit thinks if he can like tuck in at the car, they're going to discount him. They won't molly it. They'll move past him. He had full util as well as he dies, and so that's a real problem for Gambit now, who are just relying on two.
I mean, it must have hit.
Trade out.
It must have hit the roof of the car because it looked pretty spot on. Oh well, Team Spirit. Now what are you going to do?
Still a winnable round for Gambit. Long to A for Spirit, and the read is in. Inters has pushed. He's gambling that they haven't gone spawn to B, but it's a good gamble to make with Nafany also in CT. Can't really do much about the plant here, and doesn't want to throw util early as to give away his position. Cross smokes coming through. Spirit going for the plant, and Inter's in a great position right now. Oh dear, that damage could be done. Chopper not finished off, and Inters doesn't get into a good spot. He gets killed by the orb. And so Molotov late might kill Chopper, but he's already out of sight. Sunday Young pushes through the smoke, and Nafany giving it a go.
Well, look how low Magix and Chopper are. So this is doable, but Nafany, not quite your resident Naffer. He's going to get closer to the flame. Up catwalk he goes. Looks like he might want to give it a go.
Yeah, kill on sight. He has a smoke. If he can cut off the AWP at long and try and take down the man tucked at Goose, this could be winnable, but he's not considering Chopper right now. He'll check it late. The Spirit are already in with a round. 10 up on this T side. And that slow start might be a strong finish because they're finding 3 in a row. They break the money of Gambit, most importantly there. And yeah, look at that.
That was scary though, right? Like the bomb wasn't planted for long and Chopper was low. All it would have taken was for Nafany to get that kill. Like you saw the panic. Magix was hunting. And then Chopper's like, he's here. And then Magix is running back from long, freaking out. The alarm bells are ringing. Luckily enough, they're all good to find the round. Chopper, he don't miss those.
So fast he beats the nade.
Yeah, you know, they're only up against P2s here. So this should be 11 on the board for Team Spirit. Now, this would be one hell of a recovery, right? They go from 7 to 14 on the back of a 4-0 start. So 3 rounds since that point up against the 14 that Gambit were able to get. And now on to 10, closing the gap. This 11th round feels inevitable, but we do sometimes see these little ecos get out of hand. You see Hobbit has got this one flash. That's because Hobbit's a team player. This guy's got a major title under his belt. He knows what it means to work with a team to get the job done. And so he's going to flash these P250s in. Honestly, these long smokes going to help the P250s. That flash now rains through. They take the peak. And with everyone playing far back for Spirit, that is a great way to use these smokes, right? You know the money likely isn't good for Gambit. They wait for that push. They get rewarded handsomely for it. And now this 11th round, it's a lock-in. Unless Inter's 1v5s with a P2, and if that happens, I'll eat my own hand. And it's not going to.
There's a good idea there from Hobbit, though. You've got to commend the idea. At least they had something up their sleeve rather than just kind of running around headless chicken-wise.
That's a great read for Spirit, though, right? You wonder how much like familiarity comes into play there, like scrims coming back to hurt Gambit, because Spirit weren't even committing to A. They had 2 smokes left up for the late cross as well. They were just waiting for the pop flash. So a nice try for Gambit, but only an eco loss. And now their scoreline getting closer by the second. Gambit need to close things out on their map pick. Spirit looking for a quick B. Do they smoke the molly or respect it and wait it out? Resmoke for Inters comes at the perfect time. If that smoke didn't come through, I'm convinced Spirit would have just W'd in. And there was only one player there as well, so that could have gotten dicey. Instead, Spirit now have to play the mid-round out. Boost up for the catwalk. Shiro's double back from long. Gambit do have that control with a deep player from Axel, and we know he's been very good on this position so far.
Hobbit's got a hold on middle, Harry.
Yeah, and I was going to say, right, one of the things that gets really, really worrying with being in this position on the CT side, like you've got the victory, it's right there, you can almost feel it. But the problem that you have, once the other team starts to get back in the swing of it, look at this T-side money, look at how it's swollen. And for Gambit, they don't have that at all. And even with the loss bonus, you know, eventually maxing out, that doesn't guarantee buys every round. And so they're in a very, very fragile spot where for every round they lose, they've got a partial buy and then finally a buy round. So it's almost like you get like a 2-for-1 on every round that you pick up if you're Spirit at this point in time, and you build up your own money more and more, which up against 14, invaluable, man. Chopper gonna drop into CT, but he does not survive the journey. Team Spirit now look to go mid, but they run into Nafany. And I disbalance while he does get the trade. They weren't ready for Hobbit there as well. That all kind of falls apart. They attempt the fake into A. They drop through CT. And Chopper, because he's a little bit blind, doesn't realizes just how many players there are in CT. He thinks there's only one. They go running into a double CT setup with no mid smokes left because they've committed all their utility into that A bomb site. That is a bit of a sad round to lose in such a dominant fashion. They try something different. And up against 14, risky time to do it, but you've sometimes got to take those risks and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, Gambit now they can taste the victory, right? They've saved their own money, and Spirit, four chances rather for Gambit, and 4 rounds for Spirit to get us to OT in this opening map. A close bout so far, but it could all be coming to a close too soon. Gambit, ready and waiting, back to the double B. Spirit have had a lot of success in crunching this site. Back up to the catwalk. They might drop into a more methodical mid to B take at any point, right? Like actually having the util to smoke off spawn and isolate those 2 players deep in the B bomb site. We'll have to wait and see. Open eye this balance back to middle. Back to their usual tricks. Hobbit leaving spawn. Nafany going to try and fill that void with a smoke of his own. They go through it. Yep, Chopper wants to. Here's spamming, so yeah, Gambit might not know this player's already through. Nafany dinked, runs away. Chopper doesn't pounce on it without a CT smoke down. They don't want to lose a player early, so smoke, molly for the boost spot that will climb up the wall and kill anyone boosted on the boxes, and the smoke follows up. They're going to cross into the mid to B. Inter's hiding in the back of the site. Nafany on the car.
Nafany and Inters, though, they've made quick work of the B play. Nafany, he might be low, but he's already got 1 to his name and tucked at the car. Rotations coming in through CT. He just needs to buy time. And even by being here, he's a nuisance. Now, while they deal with him, there's still these rotations arriving, and they are already at the double doors. He dropped that nade. That's going to obscure, I disbalance his vision, and he's not ready for the close peek. Some die young, left in the 1v3, and they just charge him down. Gambit, they grab the B retake, they grab the ball by the horns, and they lock in Dust2, their map pick in this series. 16-11. The comeback is denied for Team Spirit, and now we set our sights on Mirage, the second map, the map pick of Team Spirit, where they try to bounce back.